The training deck of the Valorious Reach hummed with the energy of 100 species, each testing their mettle against the galaxy's finest military academy. Cadet Rena Vale stood at attention, her dark eyes fixed forward, her posture immaculate despite the jeers echoing through the cavernous space. "Look at the soft skin," rumbled Sergeant Tharn, his massive frame casting a shadow that engulfed 3 recruits. The Cravathi warrior stood nearly 8 feet tall, his exoskeleton gleaming obsidian black under the harsh training lights. Chitin plates layered across his chest like natural armor, and his forearms flexed with casual menace. "They send us children now. Pink breakable children." Laughter rippled through the alien cadets. Azethian hissed its amusement, mandibles clicking. 2 Gravik twins stomped their approval, their rocky hides grinding against the deck plates. Rena didn't move, didn't blink. Her breathing remained steady, in through the nose, out through the mouth, just as her instructors on Earth had taught her. Just as her grandmother, a decorated Marine, had drilled into her since childhood. "Death world or trash," Tharn continued, circling her like a predator assessing prey. His secondary arms gestured dismissively while his primary limbs remained crossed. "Your planet produces nothing but fragile meatbags who think they belong among warriors. You survived one little extinction event and suddenly you believe you're special." The other cadets had learned quickly that humans were the newest addition to the Galactic Coalition's military forces. Earth had only joined 6 months ago, and already their reputation preceded them. Soft, weak, gravity-bound creatures from a backwater world that had barely survived its own self-destruction. The galaxy's militaries had seen countless species rise and fall. Humanity seemed destined to join the latter category. "Sergeant," Rena said quietly, her voice cutting through the mockery like a blade through silk. "Permission to demonstrate Earth combat protocols." Tharn's laugh was a deep, bone-rattling sound that vibrated through the deck. "Oh, the meat wishes to dance?" He spread all 4 arms wide. "Very well, Cadet. Show us what humanity has to offer. Try not to break yourself on my hide." The training circle cleared. Alien cadets pressed against the observation barriers, eager to watch the inevitable humiliation. Betting pools formed instantly. Most gave the human 30 seconds before incapacitation. The optimists wagered 45. Rena stepped into the ring, rolling her shoulders once. Her movements were economical, precise, nothing wasted. She'd been training since she could walk, not in the ceremonial combat of pampered worlds, but in the brutal efficiency of a species that had clawed its way up from apex predators competing for survival. "Your stance is wrong," Tharn announced, dropping into a classical Cravathi combat posture, all 4 arms extended, weight distributed evenly across his chitinous legs. "You stand like prey." "Yes, Sergeant," Rena replied. He charged. To the observers, Tharn moved with impressive speed for his size. To Rena, who had trained under Earth's crushing 1G gravity since birth, who had spent years conditioning her muscles and bones to move efficiently under constant pressure, he might as well have been wading through honey. She pivoted on her lead foot, her body rotating with liquid grace. Her rear leg snapped up in a perfect arc, powered by muscles that had evolved to carry twice the weight that Tharn's had. The galaxy knew humans came from a high-gravity world, but they hadn't understood what that meant. Every step a human took, every movement, was against resistance that would cripple most species. Rena's boot connected with Tharn's lower spine, right at the junction where his exoskeleton segmented for flexibility. The crack was audible across the entire training deck. Tharn's roar of pain transformed into a strangled gasp as his legs buckled. His exoskeleton, designed to deflect energy weapons and resist blunt trauma, had never evolved to handle the concentrated force of a human kick. All that death world gravity, all that density, compressed into a single striking point. He crashed to the deck, his 4 arms scrabbling uselessly as his lower body refused commands. Paralysis, even temporary, was a concept his species had nearly bred out of existence through superior armor. But armor meant nothing when the attack came from an angle evolution had never anticipated. The training deck fell silent. Rena stood over him, breathing steady, her expression unchanged. "The stance is supposed to look like prey, Sergeant. Prey that evolved to outrun predators, outfight competitors, and outlast extinction. We don't advertise our advantages." Medical drones swarmed in, their scanners already detecting the microfractures spreading through Tharn's spinal chitin. Repairable but painful. A reminder that would last months. Humans, whispered a Zethian cadet, its translator crackling with static. Come from a Class 12 death world. Class 12 recorded, another corrected.
Intelligence suggests it might be Class 13. They just haven't told us yet. The distinction was crucial.
Class 12 worlds produced dangerous fauna. Class 13 worlds produced fauna that had driven itself to near extinction through competition, then rebuilt civilization anyway. Worlds where the dominant species had to be dangerous just to survive childhood. Commander Vrex, a grizzled Theronian who had been observing from the upper deck, activated his communicator. Note to command: human combat assessments require significant revision. Previous models underestimated kinetic force generation by factor of 4, possibly 5. Rena helped the medical drone stabilize Tharn, her movements professional despite his earlier mockery. As they lifted him onto a hover stretcher, the Kravathi warrior managed to focus his eyes on her face. What? What are you? He rasped. Rena's expression softened slightly. Not with pity, but with understanding. I'm a human, Sergeant. We come from a world that tried to kill us every single day for millions of years. We survived by becoming the thing that doesn't break. She paused. We became the thing that breaks others. As they carried Tharn away, the remaining cadets parted before Rena like a sea. The jeers had died. The laughter had ceased. In their place was something humans had seen before, throughout their violent history: recognition. Commander Vrex descended to the training floor, his scaled face unreadable. Cadet Vale, sir. Tomorrow you'll be demonstrating human combat techniques to the entire academy. It seems we have much to learn about Earth's training methods. Yes, sir. As Rena left the training deck, she allowed herself the smallest smile. Grandmother would be proud. The soft skins had arrived, and the galaxy was about to learn what it meant to evolve on a planet that fought back. Behind her, a Greyvok cadet muttered to its companion, "Remind me never to anger a human." "Agreed," came the response. They smile like friends and strike like extinction. On Earth they had a saying, "Don't mistake kindness for weakness." The galaxy was learning that lesson the hard way, one cracked spine at a time.